Jury awards $60 million damages to Vanessa Bryant over Kobe Bryant's crash photos, and the public reaction after this is giving mixed reaction. Hey royalties, kings and queens, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Royalty back with an update from the Vanessa Bryant lawsuit. To my returning subscribers, you guys are the real MVP, and if you're new, you're so welcome. Please be a part of us by hitting the subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell to not miss another video. Thank you. 40-year-old Vanessa Bryant finally wins her lawsuit against Los Angeles County. However, there have been mixed reaction from the public, some very supportive and encouraging, and others, I will say, very vitriolic. But before we get right into that, let's look at the summary of the verdict and what happened on the last day in court. A federal jury awarded $31 million in damages to Kobe Bryant's widow Vanessa Bryant and her co-plaintiff Chris Chester on Thursday after finding that Los Angeles County sheriffs and fire departments liable for infringing on their constitutional right for taking and sharing gruesome photos of the January 2020 helicopter crash that left 9 people dead. Vanessa Bryant was awarded $16 million in damages and Christopher Chester was awarded $15 million. The verdict stems from photos taken by LA County deputies and firefighters in immediate aftermath of the crash that killed Kobe Bryant, the legendary Los Angeles Laker player, his daughter Gianna, Chester's wife Sarah, and Chester's daughter Peyton, and 5 other people. Over the course of this lawsuit, Bryant and Chester argued that the photos of their loved ones caused emotional distress and violated their privacy. Each testified to living in fear the photos may surface, despite the county's assertion the pictures have been destroyed.
Good morning.
Good morning. Don't get in the face of the people.
The jurors listened to 11 days worth of graphic and emotional testimony. Witnesses during the trial included a deputy who said he showed images from the scene to 2 people at a bar, another deputy who said he shared photos while playing a video game, a deputy who airdropped scene photos to an unidentified person in firefighting gear, a fire captain who took similar photos but turned in a department device missing his hard drive, and a fire official who showed the images to other personnel during an award ceremony cocktail hour. I mean, some of these guys shared these photos with their spouse. It's not a souvenir. These are real people with emotions and families left behind hurting. The federal jury found both the sheriff's and fire department lacked proper policies and training, which caused the violation of rights. The only plaintiff claim not supported by jurors was in a finding that the county fire department was not liable for any long-standing widespread practice or customs of taking illicit photos. The sheriff's department was found liable for the same issue. Vanessa Bryant testifies that she suffers panic attack anxiety since learning of shared crash scene photos. Immediately after the verdict was read, Bryant hugged her attorneys as she continued to cry. Vanessa then tearfully embraced her daughter Natalia in the front row. She left the courthouse without making a statement, but did post a picture of her, Kobe Bryant, and their daughter Gianna on Instagram with the caption, "All for you, I love you, justice for Kobe and Gigi." This case has always been about accountability, her attorney Louis Lee said in a statement, and now the jury has unanimously spoken. Attorney Mira Hashmer, who led outside counsel for LA County, released a statement shortly after the verdict. While we disagree with the jury's findings as to the county's liability, we believe the monetary award shows that the jurors didn't believe the evidence supported the plaintiff's request of $75 million for emotional distress. Hashman said, "We will be discussing next step with our clients. Meanwhile, we hope the Bryant and Chester families continue to heal from their tragic loss." For now, we do not know if the LA County would appeal this case or try to appeal the amounts given. However, so far, this has been totally against them because they did not have sufficient evidence to back up their claim that these photos will not go public or did not already go public. Because first of all, the guys at the bar, it's public. Their evidence and claims is just watered down with the evidence the plaintiff has provided. The Bryants intend to use proceeds from the victory for her non-profit dedicated to Kobe and Gianna, the Mamba and Mombasito Foundation, to shine a light on their legacy, Lee said in a statement. It is Mrs. Bryant's hope that this important civil rights case will put to a stop this abhorrent and callous behavior, he said. So here you have it, guys. That's a summary of what went down on the last day of the Vanessa Bryant lawsuit against the LA County. Like I said, I'm not sure if the LA County would want to appeal this case, maybe to appeal the amount, because most likely other families might be gearing up their legal team to take on them also for the same case, because this was just Vanessa Bryant and Chris Chester, both families, but there are other 5 families or 2-3 families involved with this similar issue who might be having similar emotional distress. However, since after her win, there have been public reaction and opinion about the verdict. I am going to read a few, and guys, let's talk about this. Get yourself ready. Get your popcorn, because this is going to be a lengthy read. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed at this point, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and thumbs up the video. This person says $16 million should be shared for all families involved. Well, Chris Chester got $15 million, and I believe other families might be getting ready to file their own lawsuit. And this one says, so glad she won, as well as the father who also lost family members. The callous disregard the first responders exhibited for deceased was obscene. Maybe this would send a message to other departments. This behavior will not be tolerated. Absolutely, that's right. It was totally inhuman of them. Should be 24 million for Kobe number. How funny. This one says, what a joke. Only a rich person would think more money is justice. I don't think it's about mourning for justice. It's about the win. It's about sending a message. It's about justice and dignity for her child and her husband, as well as Chris Chester's wife and his daughter. I don't really think it's about money, because girl has been around money for a long time, and Kobe did leave her a lot of money, I believe. And this person says, good morning. Thank you for being polite. Person says, so happy they won. I wish it was more than that. People shouldn't mess around with people's lives. So cruel that this woman and her daughter had to go through this. So disgusting that people would take pictures of an accident and make fun of it or even laugh. How cruel. I pray these pictures are never anywhere. It would be heartbreaking for the family, especially the children. No family in this planet should have to go through this. Have a blessed day, everyone, and protect your family. There's a lot of evil in this world. Pray, 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 pray. I mean, that is so true. The level of cruelty and inhumanity for someone to gawk over parasite photos of human beings, over their limbs and pictures and their flesh, it's ridiculous. And God, how do you do that? First of all, it's stupid, because death is something that would come to everyone. And so the only thing we do not know is the when and the means, but it's something that would happen to anyone. So it's given very ignorant for anyone to laugh or gawk over, the demise of another person, much more in a Kobe Bryant case, because the way that he left is so horrific. And also the fact that he left with his daughter is totally inhuman for anybody to just, share this photo as though it's some kind of souvenir and even laugh over them. It's totally cruelty. Another one says the wife was going broke, so she came up with suing for money, boycott her and the Bryant businesses. Savage. Another one said that's where they settled on August 24th, Kobe's number. Symbolic, but yes, I'm glad they gave the families money. Now, will the other family go after Kobe Bryant estate for the initial problem, the crash? This one says basically the people of California paid the plaintiffs. And another one says, don't get me wrong, the cops shouldn't have shared the photos. That's a given, but she basically just won blood money. The cops didn't make money off showing the photos, and who was paying the $16 million? I don't have no comment. You guys talk about that. This person says that cop rubbing his hand ready to release these photos on social media as payback. I don't think so, because even if these photos are released, I don't think any news agency would want to buy these photos, because they would be afraid of being sued as well. So the only thing that they could do if they really want to do a payback is that the photos might exchange hands, but I doubt any news agency would want to put that out on their platform because they will be sued as well. So that's the only thing they can do. And the good thing with Vanessa fighting and going on with this case is that even when these photos are exchanged, I don't think the person exchanging this photo is going to always get the gratification or the feedback that they anticipate, because the person receiving this photo, due to the result of this case and all of the videos circulating about this case, might be feeling guilty to even look at the photo, and they might like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this. They might even criticize the person for sharing the photo in the first place. So the sharer may not get the VIP anticipation that they are thinking, because I know there's some psycho people out there who may want to hold on to these like, oh, I have the last photo of Kobe Bryant's remain. Like, that's given psycho, really psycho. So I don't think so it will benefit any cop or first responder for any sort of payback. I totally don't think so. But do I believe the photos are still out there? I think they are. Moving on, this person says the 75 million was an attempt to keep the lifestyle without having to look for work. I agree that the county messed up and they needed to pay out, but the initial request seemed a bit unreasonable. Well, in Bryant's lawsuit filing, there was no specified amount, although Chris Chester specified for $35 million, but yeah, they got 16 and 15 million, which is not bad, and we know that no amount of money can bring their loved ones back. Another one says it was never about the money, it was about accountability. I'm happy she won. I agree. And this person says, glad the pics never went public, but what the hell were they thinking? Human decency nowhere to be found. Girl, tell me about that. I'm so happy for her. She is a tough lady, not a pushover, and that is so true. Kobe knew well what he was doing when he chose Vanessa to be his partner, I guess. This person says, I don't believe that such emotional distress can be compensated by money. Absolutely unrelated and unjustified things. Money for family and artony. This money have to be used for food, shelter, and services for poor and homeless people. Child, you're right. Money can never justify their laws. And just like you said, it's unrelated things. But that's why it's a lawsuit. There's going to be some sort of compensation one way or the other. But I just wish that the county would use the perpetrators' money, their pension, or some sort of way to make up this money and then fill out the balance instead of totally using taxpayers' money, as that's what a lot of people are most concerned about. This person says the rich getting richer, great news. And another person says he's still dead. Oh my God, people are savage, y'all. And this person says dirty cops and fire department who share the photos must pay from their pensions. Exactly. This person says, is this the thanks LA County gets for cleaning up her mess? Guess who has to pay them? As if Kobe didn't make her enough money, she sends a bad message to the hungry people that don't have enough food to eat. I'm not sure what you're talking about though, but well. This one says not only can they share the photos, they can sell the photos for millions. Just like I said earlier, I don't think so. Not anymore, not after this case. And this one says, so I didn't take pics of the helicopter assassination, but my dollars went to the people who complained the most. I wish people would fight the hard to get criminals off the streets in California. Oh well. Oh well. And this one says, I hope she can heal faster with $16 million. Another one says, taxpayers will foot the bill. Another says, thank God she was going broke. And another says, money solves nothing. People are airing their view and it is not looking good. Let's read some more. And this person says, yeah, right. Once she got the money, she never felt uncomfortable with the photographs. Laughing emojis. Tomorrow she will sue Kobe's team because they remind her of him. Way to go. And this one says, taking taxpayers' money. Another one says, I'm sure she's happy she married him. This person says, you showed the smothering crash site. I guess your new site will be next in lawsuit. Well, it's not just the crash site or the scene or the smoke in the air. It's the exact photos of the remains of the deceased that they're suing for, not just the crash site. So, nah. This person says, interesting. So Vanessa didn't ask for money in the lawsuit. She wanted accountability, and the jury awarded her 16 million. And the co-plaintiffs were asking for 32 million but got 15 million. This person says all those involved taking those unwarranted pictures need to be fired. I concur, I second that. And this other person says you can rest assured that those pics will inevitably resurface. Saying that all the pics have been deleted is not reliable. Once they're out there somebody somewhere. That's exactly what I'm thinking. It's totally unreliable to just believe that every single one of those photos have been destroyed. I don't buy that. And I wonder what happens if they resurface. And this person says this was truly sad. They didn't have to do that. Vanessa and family and all the other family were devastated with what happened. Vanessa did what she had to. Great job. Kobe and Gigi is so proud. And this person says she seems money hungry. Doesn't her already have millions? RIP Kobe and Gianna. Like I said, I don't think so. I mean, it's easy to say this when we're not directly impacted. So, I mean, if we're involved, the case will be different as well, I believe. So you guys, that's some of the comments from people's opinion that I would take today. Mixed reaction, positive comment. Those who say, well done, Vanessa, you did the right thing. Kobe and Gianna will be proud. Those who say, fire them. Those who say the money is not enough. And those who say, oh, she looks money hungry. Oh, she wants to keep up with her lifestyle. And angry taxpayers asking who is going to pay this money. I mean, the reaction is endless and it's mixed and it's giving vitriol. It's giving savage. It's also giving a lot of love, support, and positivity towards Vanessa for her victory. That's pretty much it, guys, on the video. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this Vanessa's win and also what you think about the mixed reaction and what are your thoughts exactly. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. If you got to this point of the video, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell to not miss another video. And also feel free to use the thank you button. It's a way of donating to the channel. It's like a super chat on a live stream, but this time it's a video. If you do so, thank you and I appreciate you. So I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, remember to pray, work out, work smart, and slay. Bye-bye.